Alright, you fucking nerds, we're talking about comic books today. So, I have a whole box, right? But, first one I kind of want to talk about here. Killing Joke. Yeah, this is the one where Joker, he does some shit, and then he gets got. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. This is the deluxe edition, so it's not colored in the original thing. It's colored more of a realistic color choice, which, seeing the panels in the realistic colors versus the original colors, I think, very different. Very, very different. Personally, I think the old colors are probably best, but that's just me. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest it. Try to find the original version. They're probably mainly just sell the deluxe edition now, which has a lot of cool stuff at the end with alternate covers and character designs and stuff. Goes into depth with a lot of stuff, but some people don't talk about this one, that it actually gives Joker an origin story. Yes, this is before the fucking hit 2019 film Joker, and he was a mobster, bro. This guy was not a good guy. Regardless, we move on. Ooh. So, something in the same vein, but completely fucking different. The Batman Who Laughs. So, this Batman story, character, really, is very controversial among a lot of people. I personally think that this story was pretty well written. I think the character tends to be oversaturated a lot. Especially with, putting him in Fortnite. Not to mention the Fortnite comic. Oh my god. Okay, I know I have it somewhere, but I can't find it right now. The Fortnite comic was not good. I'm just gonna say it is not good. This one, I think, its strongest qualities are in the test of Bruce Wayne, Batman, and the fight, the struggle to kind of keep who he is and retain who he is to his core. Because the whole premise is that this is actually a version of Bruce Wayne who killed the Joker, and Joker had some toxin in his heart, and it went off when he died and turned Batman into the Joker. That's basically the point. And he came from another universe, of course, because everything's a multiversal story now. But there's also things in here where it's a lot of stuff happens, and there are many points in which I was questioning, why does Jim Gordon not already know that Bruce Wayne's Batman? It kind of slaps him in the face at one point, and it's how do you not know? Gearing off of Batman, though, I got something here that I'm very, very proud of, very fond of, and I got it for $10. This is the Ultimate Universe. This is Marvel's Ultimate Universe. This is Ultimate Fallout Spider-Man No More, issue 4. Now, I don't have the full run, I'm gonna be so honest, but I got this one and I got the last part. So I am kind of looking for issues 1 through 3 and then 5. But, basically, in short, this is a very significant comic for Spider-Man fans. Spider-Man fans. Why? I don't really know. Okay, so in this run, Peter Parker Spider-Man dies. And in this comic specifically, Miles Morales takes up the mantle. Yes, this is Miles Morales' first comic appearance. It, last time I checked, it ran for $400. It's probably not that anymore, but it's something I am very happy to have, and I got it for $10 at my local comic book store. I have a comic book store that actually sells comics for very reasonable prices. When it says $3 or some shit on the thing, they typically only charge $3 unless it's something special or a backlog or something. pretty sure this was... Can't remember if this was backlogged or new, to be so honest with you, actually. I might have actually only paid $4 for it. I'm not sure. Oh, I bet you guys didn't know this one existed. So, Marvel Zombies, right? Everyone knows about Marvel Zombies. Some people know about Marvel Zombies, right? Well, I'll introduce to you something that's canon to the Marvel Zombies universe, by the way. Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness. Yeah, no, I'm not shitting you. They crossed over with Ashley J. Williams. And, would you believe me if I said it was actually pretty good? Like, it's actually really funny. And he meets a lot of iconic heroes. He meets Spider-Man, who then proceeds to get bit and then goes off into the Dark Days comics. I talk as if I know a whole bunch of comics and stuff. I only really know the lore of the runs that I have. So don't put me as a comic and aficionado, whatever the fuck it's called. So yeah, don't put me down as like a comic aficionado. I'm just a guy who likes to collect and read comic books and then blab about them to my friends. Yeah, he meets Howard the Duck. He meets Wanda. He actually gets a hold of the Darkhold and, actually causes a war between Deadites and the Marvel Zombies. I am not shitting you. This is in the book. I am making none of this up. So, batshit storylines aside, let's talk about Kingdom Come. This is actually something that really got me started into comic books, because I had to study this for a college class. I am not shitting you. That's something I actually did. So, Kingdom Come is, it's a reference to the biblical apocalypse in the Bible. But every single panel, every single image in this is hand painted. It's beautiful. This is probably one of the most beautiful comics you will ever read, ever look at. Honestly, you don't even need to read this. You could just look at them and you could see stuff like that, right? Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh my God. Look at that panel. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, Superman sitting there in excruciating guilt, pain. Oh. This is also where Superman originates the black logo, because of, the whole thing of even in darkness there is hope, which I think is a beautiful message. But yeah, this actually, and it's got a bunch of stuff in the back. This is a deluxe edition, I'm pretty sure. So I get comics and renderings and stories and it's really good. If you can pick this up, I believe it's like $20 or something like that. I'm not sure, but pick it up. It's good, worth the read. So that cool Marvel show that they ended up fucking up? Yeah, What If, right? Their run was mainly done way back when honestly, when they weren't doing too well. So most of the stuff is printed on that old paper that really just didn't cost much to make. Pulp. It was made from pulp. It was literally made from garbage. What if Captain America was elected president? You can't see it that well right now. There you go. Much better. I don't actually remember what happens in it. But yeah, they just elect Captain America president. And it's like, well, fuck it, why not, right? That's what if usually used to be. It was like, fuck it, why not? There's a few things that they have of oh, what if they lost this fight? Or what if the Avengers did this? Or what if, Captain America shit on Wolverine's lawn. You know, it's a lot of just kind of wacky shit. There was one that about the Fantastic Four that I read. Oh, hey, look at this. What if the Fantastic Four all had the same power? I have read this. This is funny, actually. It's really interesting. Actually really funny, but also really tragic. In this, they try and tell 4 stories of what would happen if they all had, you know, each other's powers, you know, but all having the same power. It's very self-explanatory. But it's really funny because in the one where they all become the Thing, it's really kind of tragic because they're all like, oh my god, we're all hideous, we're ugly monsters. And they abandon society, go to Monster Island, which is a thing that exists that I just found out from this comic. And they just live out the rest of their lives as the Things. And this one is Sue Storm. But the tragic thing about that is that she kind of loses herself. She becomes this mindless creature, and she can't speak. All the rest of them can speak, but for some reason, because fuck you, she can't. And it's kind of tragic and sad and stuff like that. Which, I mean, sure, you know, that's not really having the same power. That's an exception to the rule. A little false advertising. This is bullshit. But that happens in that. In the one where they all get Johnny Storm's power, it's really funny because they try to do the superhero thing, but they end up setting fucking everything on fire, and they're like, you know what, maybe we should stop being superheroes. And then Johnny Storm is like the only one who actually remains a superhero, and everyone else goes off and does their own thing, and they never use their powers again, which is kind of funny, you know. In the one where they all get Mr. Fantastic's power, they just kind of tangle each other into a knot, I'm pretty sure. I don't think really much happens with that, to be so honest. I think, they're like, oh my god, we're monsters, we're creatures, well, I don't know. I think they, like, you know, kill themselves in Minecraft or something. But the one that it takes the most time on is if they all get Sue Storm's powers, because they become a secret task force for S.H.I.E.L.D. And of course, it's directed by Nick Fury. And it's not the Samuel L. Jackson cool-ass Nick Fury that we all know and love. It's the, it's the boring-ass white guy with the fucking side white hair shit. But they try and defeat Dr. Doom, and I don't remember if they succeed or not, to be so honest. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's fun. Again, this is one of the old ones, but no one really talks about it, and I don't... It's such a shame we're never going to get Fantastic Four in What If. This is such bullshit, man. See, stuff like this makes me really pissed off that What If was fumbled so hard. Because we could have had cool storylines like this. We never got What If the Other Half Was Blipped. And for that, I will be forever pissed about. Because that would take too much time and writing and effort. Oh my god, I'd have to do my job. Ah! Well, I think I've done enough nerding out for a little bit. Yeah, that's the video. If you guys like that, I could do another one. I have a shit ton more comics. And I would be more than happy to talk about shit like the Spider-Woman run with Jessica Drew. Like the new Jessica Drew, which she got a new outfit and everything. She was riding a motorcycle, complete badass. Spider-Punk, you know, I have that run. There's only one run, and I have it. I could talk about that, and it has a lot of cussing in it, and it's funny as heck. It's so great. It's so great. But you know what? Honestly, if you guys don't want it, I'm probably going to do it anyway. So I'll probably see you in that video. Alright. Later, y'all.